Have you noticed the projects area on your ChatGPT and wondered, what is that and how can I use it? Well, I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can use that today during this tutorial. However, the first thing to note is that projects area has 3 different flavors depending on which subscription you have. Now, if you are a free user, as of publishing this video right now, it hasn't been rolled out to the free users. OpenAI says that they will at some point in time, but there wasn't a timeline that I could find that it was going to be available. So if you are a free user and you don't see that project area right there, that's because it hasn't been rolled out, but the plan is to roll it out to everyone. Now, if you are a Plus user, then you do have this functionality, but it's missing one feature that the Pro plan has, and that's to be able to upload a file. So if you wanted to upload, let's say, a CSV file as an example, and have your chat, your project focus around that CSV file, a Pro user can do that, a Plus user cannot. Now, I'm a Plus user, so I don't have that additional feature, but don't worry, if that didn't make any sense to you, we're going to get into it, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, how you create a project, you just hover over the word project, you'll see the little plus sign pop up, you hit the plus sign, you give your new project a name. I'm going to call this one Learn Portuguese. So now you can see I'm in the project Learn Portuguese. Here's the title of it. You can see on the left-hand side that I have it highlighted. And there's this section here that says Add Instructions. Now I can add any instructions that I want that will pertain to this project. And so let me give you an example of what that would be. And since with this project I want to learn Portuguese, I'm going to tell ChatGPT to always respond in European Portuguese. Now, not only can I speak European Portuguese, but I can't read European Portuguese either yet. And if you are somebody who's been following the channel, you know I'm trying to learn Portuguese. We have some family that lives there, and I've been trying to learn the European version of Portuguese with almost zero luck. I'm so bad. But I thought I would have a little bit of fun with it here. I know some of our Portuguese family does tune in from time to time. And so I'm hoping that this is correct. I don't know enough to be able to say, yeah, that's European Portuguese. It looks right. Anyway, my point with this particular project is I gave this project specific instructions to always respond in European Portuguese. And so it did. And here's the answer that it gave me to an English question that I answered. So what you can see is that by creating a project, I can create a specific set of instructions for that project, and it will then use those instructions every time I have a chat. Now, one of the other things is this is a project or a container that has been created. It doesn't get deleted. It doesn't live on a time frame like your chats do. And maybe you don't know this, but your chats that are on the left-hand side going all the way down in your ChatGPT, the older they are, the more likely they are to get deleted because ChatGPT doesn't store a complete history of all of your chats. As your chats age, they fall off the bottom. They get deleted off the bottom. So if there's something that's in your chats that you want to save, there's a couple of ways of doing it. You can archive those off. There is an archiving tool within ChatGPT. But this project folder, the chats that are within here, they don't age like the normal chats you have down the left-hand side of your application. And then also it groups everything together. So I now have this folder or this project called Learn Portuguese. I've already asked it one question. Let me ask it another, and you can see how these will be grouped together. Okay, so now I've asked it, how do I say, what day is it? And it has responded to me as well. If I go back to the base folder, the base project, you'll see now I have 2 different chats in there. So those 2 chats will be saved in this project. All right, I'm going to create another project, and I'm going to show you another fun way on how we can use the projects feature and the special instructions. I created a project called Dad Jokes. My special instructions are going to be always respond to whatever topic is entered with a dad joke. And I just entered in old trucks as a topic, and it responded with, why did the old truck bring a ladder to the bar? Because it heard the drinks were on the house. And it kind of gave me a bonus joke of, you know that old truck still thinks power steering is just a motivational speech. I think that one's better than the original joke. Let's enter in something else. Now, what I'm going to do, rather than continue on this string and getting a series of dad jokes in this string, I'm going to go back to my base project. and I'm going to enter in a completely different topic. So that topic was old trucks. Let's see what happens when I enter baby. Why did the baby cookie cry? Because its mom was away for too long. Okay, that one's much better than the truck one. But now if I go back to my base project, you can see I've got two different topics in this project. And whatever topic I enter in, it will create then a new dad joke for me. So if I wanted to create, like, for my work, I want to do a project management dad joke. And this one gave me a little bit more robust answer, but I still love the dad joke. Why did the project manager go broke? Because he kept failing to budget his time. All right. So that's fabulous. Now for this first use case scenario, what I did was we created a project, we gave it some special instructions, and then it used those special instructions every time we were entering in a command. So learn Portuguese or create a dad joke. Now, what I understand with the Pro plan, and I don't have the Pro plan, but for those folks who do, you can also upload a file. So you can have your special instructions and you can have a file. And so let's say you uploaded a CSV file that had a bunch of data in it and you wanted to ask questions about that CSV file. Things like, what's the largest dollar amount in this table? It will use that table and find that information out. So you can then use the combination of special instructions and a file. And I could see where that would be extremely helpful if you wanted to do some specific queries on a data set and all you had was a CSV or something. You can upload it and create that project and go from there. Now, my second use case for using projects really has more to do with the longevity of those chats that I talked about before that are down the left-hand side. So as you have more and more and more chats and you age and how long you are using ChatGPT, those chats that are older and at the bottom of your list will start falling off and going away. And there might be some gold hidden in there, right? There might be some chat that you had. They're like, oh man, that's fabulous. That's great information. I really want to keep that. But if you're not using that conversation over and over again, it will continue to slide down your list at the bottom because all of your newer chats are always at the top. And so if there's something that's in there that you want to save, there's an easy way of doing that. And that's another great use of the projects folder. All right, now you can see on my ChatGPT, I have created a folder called Health and Diet. Now, if I double click on that, you'll see I don't have any special instructions set up. I don't even have any chats in this folder or in this project as of yet. However, there's one down here in my list, this 30-30-30 diet evidence. I would like to keep this information. There's a ton of information in this chat string that I had going with ChatGPT, and I don't want to lose this. I want to be able to reference this far into the future. So if I right mouse click on this particular chat and go down the pop-up menu that appears to add to a project, and you'll see there's my health and diet folder. And if I click on that, the chat disappears from my left-hand string here, but if I double click in this folder, there it is. Now it's in that folder. Now I'm not planning on adding any special instructions to that particular folder. I'm just really using it as a container for chats that I want to save. Now there is another way of saving chats. You can archive them off, and if you archive them, they also will not be deleted. Once they're archived though, then you have to go back into the archive in order to view those. Where if you use the project folder and you just add it to the project folder, you can go there anytime because that project folder is always going to be on the left-hand side for your chats. There's a couple of ways that you can use the projects area of ChatGPT. If you have discovered another way, I would love to hear about it and learn more about this feature myself. So go ahead, leave a comment down below and let's have a conversation around this so we can share it with other people as well. And hey, if you're new here, hi, my name's Dave, and welcome to Old Dad Studio. I typically do videos about AI, although I do throw in some personal vlogs from time to time. But if you're looking for something that's around AI, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to put out a vlog every single day for the year of 2025. And today is May 20th, 2025. This is vlog 140. Now, I hope you found this vlog helpful and informative, but that's going to do it for this one today. But don't worry, I will see you again tomorrow.